Are we live? Yeah, we're live. I'm trying to stay out of the wind, so if you guys hear a lot of wind, let me know and I'll try to move. But this is beautiful. You don't really need any sound. I really have no plan other than sharing this beautiful sunset with y'all. So if you want to panel, we can panel. Links pinned. It's up to you guys. But I really got nothing to say other than to tell, quote unquote, good guy to check my last community post. This is your last. Yeah, you'll see it. Oh, what'd I just do? Fuck me running. Hold on. All right. What's going on, General? What is up, Dusty? Well, God bless, little fucker. What's going on, Myth Claus? What's going on, Shauna? You're going to be late. That is unacceptable. Tardiness will not be tolerated. You will be punished. Defrosting the Safeway frozen section with a huge Jackman High spot. I can't even understand that. I can't. I don't understand it. What's going on, Lisa? What's up, section? What is up, Cat Eyes? Who else do we have here? What's up, Casper? Yes, we do like it blowing. That's a fact. What's up, Melinda? You told me no stripping until it's. That is not what you told me. You have never discouraged me from stripping ever. In fact, I seem to remember somebody tucking bucks at one point. Not naming names, Melinda. What's up, Robbie? You're all perverts, and I'm very ashamed and proud of you. Oh man, I wish my camera didn't suck. This is actually the camera never does it justice. That you do, General. That you do. What is up, Dead Twist? Y'all don't realize it, but Dead Twist's name is actually referring to this nipple move he does. Like when he tweaks your nipples, it's I don't know how to describe it other than to say it's awesome. And I'm not even all that gay. Of course, the wind would pick up right now. You guys let me know if we're getting restreamed because it might get my channel shut down, but as long as it takes their channel with us, I'm good with it. because I know exactly how to get streams shut down instantly. I know because I've done it a few times. But I have to know about it at the exact moment when they're doing it, not 5 minutes later. It's got to happen live. That's right. I am totally comfortable with mutually assured destruction. I mean, I didn't really care about my other one, but now that I don't have, I mean, the other one I didn't have, I only had like 2,300 on that channel, but I've only got 200 and something here. So, like, I really, really don't care if I get it new. What the fuck? I could have swore I better not have hurt a fucking kitten. Like a little, oh man. Oh, it's not that little. Hey, I don't even recognize that one. Are you pooping? Well, I know I won't be checking that spot for arrowheads. I don't even recognize that cat. I bet somebody dumped another one. Oh man. Leave him alone. He's pooping. I actually trained that one to find arrowheads. If she finds one, she'll point. Or she'll poop. Sometimes she poops on them, and that's how I know. Did you find an artifact? What's up, Crystal? Why are people striking me? Well, it's just because it's all they have. They don't usually work anyway. It just the times I've gotten shut down on this channel was my own fault because I got away with shooting guns live on my other channel for I don't know how I was getting away with it, but I did. But every time I've popped off a desk pop on this channel, it gets shut down within a couple of seconds. But I mean, here's the deal, Crystal, and I don't, I am doing things. I got out of it, pretty much for a long time, but it just kind of seems like amateur hour out there. So I have been doing stuff. I just don't talk about it. Like they don't need to know that they have 20 cell phones in their name that they don't know about yet. They don't need to know that, but they'll find out. They might not know about it for years until the collection agency comes after them. But hey, that's just how I do things. I don't need the attention or the credit. And blowing stuff up, yes, that will also get you. I've had a few videos taken down. All I was doing was just blowing up shit, my own stuff. And I don't know. They got a problem with it. That's what people don't understand is they say, well, I have bad credit, so it doesn't matter if somebody gets my social security number. And that's not true because how many car lots do you go by and they say buy here, pay here? It doesn't matter how bad your credit is, we'll finance you. I mean, places like that and cell phone. There are some really shady cell phone companies out there, like little small ones that don't have commercials on TV that are the same way. Like they do not care. They don't even check your credit. They just wait until it gets piled up month after month, and if you don't pay it, they take you to court. And if they don't happen to have your right address, after you get enough notices to court and you don't show up because you don't know about it, then they will issue a warrant for you. And then they will send a letter to the address they have on file. And once, people see that letter, then they send a change of address notification to the court. Then the court knows where to go to get you. I'm just saying that's all hypothetical. I wouldn't know anything about it for real. If these fuckers want to take shit to real life, I can take shit to real life. And like I really don't care what people do to me. It doesn't it doesn't matter. I don't have a whole lot to lose. I don't care. I don't care. They can do whatever they want to me, but the way I see them fucking with other people, I just I got yeah, fuck them. You have a bunch of sociopaths all stacked up together that have no empathy. They like it just it's kind of like when your arm is numb, like when your arm falls asleep and like you can poke it, but you can't feel it. It's kind of the same thing. They have certain parts of their brains where they just don't, it's just numb. And they don't even know they're not feeling it. So it takes a lot to hit home with some of these people. And I'm just sick of it. That's no joke, Section 15. That's another thing is like this a YouTube channel is all I mean, really all some of these people have. It makes up their entire social life. And it's really pretty pathetic. Most of them don't have jobs. I mean, I don't have like a real job either. I just work for cash when needed, but I'm fucking retired. I can do that. I don't understand these people that are only like in their 20s or 30s or even 40s that they just don't do anything interesting at all, ever. Like, go jump out of an airplane or some shit. It don't really cost, I don't know what it costs now, but when I did it, it didn't really cost all that much. And don't do a pussy ass tandem jump unless maybe you're for your first one. Some places make you do your first jump tandem style, but The place I went, you didn't have to do a tandem. I just I didn't feel good about having some other man strapped to my ass while we had clothes on. If we were naked, it'd be different. But I don't know. I just can't see paying a guy to strap himself to my ass while we have clothes on. This is the entire social life of your best friend Ryan and Clown Force. Yeah, it's fucking sad. They feel pretty powerful hiding behind screens, don't they? You let me or Vic dry hump you in the air? Well, I'll have to charge you extra, but it's doable. And you don't even have to do something that costs money. You can go camping and you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of. YouTube has brainwashed people into believing they have to go out and buy a bunch of top end gear to go camping, and you really don't. You can probably find anything. Like, you don't have to go out and buy a cook set. You can just bring a pan. It's nice if you can have all the fun, the cool stuff. But I don't know. There's a lot of things you can do that don't cost a whole lot of money. It's just a matter of getting your ass off the couch. Van life. Yeah, I've thought about the van life, like, for years. I've thought about that, and I probably would have done it by now, but I have too many obligations here. I can't. I have people that need me need me around here from time to time, so I can't just take off. But there'll come a time when I can, and that's really one thing I'm looking at. The hell? Who's out here? Who's out here? God damn it! Who's out here? All right, hang on, guys. I got to mute up for a second. I'll be right back. Well, I don't think they're here anymore. All right, where were we? We were back here with this nice romantic sunset. As I recall, I was getting ready to make out with somebody. I just need a volunteer. Women only, please. What's up, XOXO? Nah, it was a lot bigger than Little Fucker, whatever it was. Danielle, I think we have a volunteer. I could only wish it was a special delivery of butt plugs and bog eggs. I couldn't be so lucky. Crystal, I was popping off a shot just to, and when I do that now, YouTube ends the stream for me, so I had to mute. I didn't shoot anybody. I just wanted to let them know I was out here. Yes, women. Oh, are you? Oh, now, now I just feel dirty, Danielle. It's okay. I enjoyed it while it was happening. That's something I've never seen. Is like I've heard things that you could say, oh, that's a Bigfoot or whatever, but in all the outdoor stuff I've done all over the place, I've never seen a Bigfoot track. I've never looked at something and be like, oh, that is a Bigfoot. I've never been essayed by a Bigfoot, like nothing ever. I mean, I don't think it's impossible that there's some kind of. I mean, especially like if you fly over parts of the United States, there are just you know large tracts of land where there's just woods. So I don't think it's impossible that there'd be some kind of cryptid that is just really good at being stealthy. Like a cougar can stalk you for miles and you won't know it's there. So I don't think that something like that is completely out of the question. But I know they say that they've had hair and stuff that they've done DNA test on, and they're like, "Hey, this isn't human or ape. We don't know what it is, but I don't know anything for TV, so you never really know." You want all shadow people on meth? Yeah, I've never actually done meth. I mean, I'm sure I probably got it in some cheap coke or whatever, but yeah, I've been around a lot of people that have, and they most definitely. I had one dude convinced that I was a shadow person. I had him convinced that I was never real. And then, oh, here's something wild. I think I probably told you guys this. I found out that like I had an imaginary friend when I was a little kid for like 4 years, I had this imaginary friend, and I was talking to my dad about it a while back, and he's like, "That kid was real. He was never imaginary. He was real." Huh. So I don't know what that means. Yeah, well, I mean, there's got to be, if there's any, there's got to be, not a lot, but a few at least. People talk about seeing juvenile Bigfoot and all kinds of stuff. I think most of these people are just flat lying. Some of them really believe they saw something. Some of them are on meth. I've told the story about what used to live in my old house. I've told that story to death, I think, but like I'm not the only one that experienced it. But even though I usually don't take things that make you hallucinate. I'm still not a good candidate as a witness because I take drugs. And if you're on anything at all, like even some blood pressure medications, then they just can't use you as a credible witness. But I went to, I love Barnes and Noble. I can go in a Barnes and Noble all day. Um, I can't remember what I was at. I was killing time at Barnes and Noble, and the Indiana Ghost Hunters Association was in there giving a like a TED talk, and they certainly believe in ghosts. They've got equipment and stuff that they say they can sense ghosts with. I try not to shut off my mind to anything, but I think most of the time those stories are bullshit too. Even though I have my own. I mean, we know that energy is not created or destroyed, it just changes forms. And your soul, your spirit, or whatever you want to call it, is a form of energy. So when you die, that energy turns into something, a different kind of it. You know what I mean? So it's there somewhere. And you think about it scientifically, I don't think it's necessarily out of the realm of possibility. I just don't think people see them as much as they think. Yeah, I used to order a lot of books from Barnes and Noble. I don't know what it's like now, but like if you go to their clearance section, you can get books for $1. And then if you order, I don't, again, it's been years since I've done it, but if you order $25 or more, you get free shipping. So you can get a shit ton of books for not very much. Again, I don't know if they still do that or not, but when I moved, I gave most of them away, but somewhere in one of my storage spots, I've got box after box of books. And where in the hell are my cigarettes? Don't tell me I dropped them chasing Bigfoot. I probably did. Are you freaking kidding? There they are. Woohoo! Praise Jesus. Hey, what's up, the Grand Twomper, Haley Berry, Casper Mob? What's up, Christy? I should have the link pinned if anybody wants to jump up here and bullshit. I really got nothing on the agenda. I just wanted to have a little bit of romantic time with everybody. What the hell did I miss? Who are you arguing with, Shauna? I'll kick their ass. Why did Nunya kill her sister's family dog? I haven't heard that one. I don't know anything about that. I know there's while her family disowned her a long time ago. I've got text messages from her to somebody else. I've had them for a long time. I just can't put them out there because she'll know where they came from. But there's a lot of shit out of her own mouth. Like she can't go back to where she's from because she got into some trouble and wound up ratting on some people. They want to kick her ass. So, and then her family disowned her. Yeah, not good. Oh yes, ladies, happy Mother's Day. And if some of you aren't mothers, but you'd like to be, hit me up after the stream. I don't know if my boys can still swim, but I'll give it a shot. She's too fat to get beat up. Not according to her. I'm not making that shit up either, y'all. Like back when she first started really getting shitty in the drama scene, somebody sent me that. She's been around longer than it looks like. Oh, trust me, Danielle, they're at the starting line. I just don't know how far they can run. Jeff never, man, I missed a bunch of comments. I heard something about Jeff killing his family dog, or I don't know that. I don't know the story though. Clown Force worked at a gay strip club for fellow chomos. I can believe that, actually. Well, Danielle, there's only one way to find out. I mean, we might have to do a practice run. You know, we might have to put a test party out on your boobies or something just to make sure. But don't worry, there's another batch ready to go right after it. Jeff is evil. Yeah, I think so. Oh, by the way, ladies, if you didn't see it, um, since a lot of y'all, most of y'all have been very nice to me, really. I mean, I don't just mean with the donos and the gifts and everything. I mean just being pleasant people. So I've decided to give back. I am. I don't want you to worry about me because this is about you guys. It's going to be very arduous for me, but I have decided to give all of the ladies, and this is a great Mother's Day present if you don't have something already. Uh, I'm giving free breast exams. I know it's going to take a lot out of me, but I'm willing to do it for y'all. All you have to do, you have to just send me pictures first, and then I will decide if a further examination is needed. And I am more than willing to do it in person. Oh man, somebody sent me $3.70. I bet that there's a is there a catch involved? What's up, Crossroads? See, I didn't even ask for any money, and somebody sent me $3.70. Thank you, the Grand Twomper. And I didn't have to con anybody. Nothing. I can't read the comment on Cash App um, while I'm live because all it shows me that is that there was a. It just shows me that there's a donation. I have to open the app up to be able to read it. Pops to no, no, no. Gotta read it. It's blocked by that stupid thing from. Yeah, hold on. Let me. I don't know. I might end up kicking myself, but hold on. You try it another way. To yell the N word. Damn you. All right, I'll do it towards the end. The Grand Twomper sent me $3.70 to yell the N word, which we've done that before. I will do it, but I'll do it at the end. I'm kind of obligated since he sent me money. Yeah, Shauna knows what's up. Hey, what's up, Miranda? All right, I'll go ahead and just yell the N word now to get it out of the way because I'm worried I'll forget. All right, earbud warning. The N word! There, I yelled it exactly like you typed it. It's no joke. Like if the right neighbors heard me yell the actual N word, they would show up here. You'd see pickup trucks and drunk hillbillies piling out with shotguns. Where's he at? All right, the judges say it counts. We're good. Cool. Oh, we got another one. Two. Oh, hold on. Well, somebody just gave me a pretty decent amount, but you all are trying to get me. All right. How can I do this and get away with it? All right, ladies, close your eyes. There, I shown the moon. I don't think that's what they meant, but nobody's ever actually asked to see my butt before. If you want your money back for that one, I'll give it back to you. I got no problem with it. And in fact, I don't actually mind showing you my butt again. Is that a river? No, there ain't no rivers out here. I don't know. I don't know what you were looking at, but well, I would shave my ass for the right girl though. I'm not a like. I guess I do have a lot of hair on my butt, but like I'm not a real hairy guy. Mexican, Canadian. Interesting. Ryan. What did Ryan do something recently? I see everybody saying shit about Ryan. Did he do something new that's stupid, or just you just reliving old times? Right? Yeah, they're all narcissistic over there. I put up a thing. Holy man, okay. The chat wasn't moving, and then all of a sudden, like 30 comments showed up, so I'm behind. That's been happening ever since StreamYard got taken over by the new owners. That's been happening quite a bit. What is the story? And if somebody wants to jump up here and tell me, you're welcome to it. But um, what's the story about Jeff killing his dog, or his dog giving his life, or whatever? I don't know. I've only seen bits and pieces, and they were different. Damn it. Running low on food. The flower. Oh yeah, you're right. What happened to PHI and Ruchomos? I don't know. Last I knew, uh, PHI was dying again, or still. I don't know which. And her son was copping a plea deal, but I don't know the details of any of it. I mean, this so-called community has been fully invaded by Chomos and real Chomo sympathizers. Like they've all got Mitch, Clown, fucking almost all, not all of them, but like they've, most of them got stuff like that in their history or currently. Really, the best thing we can do is just completely disassociate with them. Like, let them be them idiot selves over there. Just stop watching them, stop talking about them. I'm going to continue to do my stuff behind the scenes that I don't talk about. What's up, Jen A? Gina motherfucks me. Oh, I know, Jen A. I know. Brandon, yeah, just hey, what's going on, Matt? Scorpions. What's up, driving drunk in Las Vegas? Sorry, guys. Like the chat freezes up, and then like 10 or 20 comments will just pop on. So I'm missing a lot of you. Sorry. I know, Jen A. I know. I know exactly how Gina is. But see, the thing is, she comes in here and talks shit about Nanya too. So Tommy was sticking up for retard Chomo Brandon in NTF's comments. Really? No, I didn't see that. It don't surprise me any. He stuck up for a Chomo that was molesting his son for 2 years. Well, I mean, and I I don't remember whose channel it was on, but somebody had that clip posted where Brandon Brandon admitted what he did, just kind of out of the blue, and Nanya was like, "Oh, don't talk about it. You shouldn't say anything." It's like, what the fuck? Are you here to expose predators or not? Like, just because they're your friend doesn't mean they get a pass. I fucking threw Ed off the ship as soon as I found out. That's the one thing. You know, like if I consider somebody a friend, I can forgive a certain amount of bullshit, but if you're a chomo, no, all bets are off, and the first chance I get, I'm gonna burn down your house. Not, not saying I have in the past, but if you molest kids or beat your wife, we're not friends. Sorry, y'all. I gotta sit down for a while. Hell yeah, Dusty. Fuck chomos. I don't know. I just think that, and I talk about them too. But if we could all get on the same page and everybody just trust me, when you start unsubscribing from these fuckers, you do not miss watching them. There's literally millions of much better stuff on YouTube to watch. You will not miss it. And another problem is, and I've had the same deal where you can stop watching, but people just love to tell you what other people are saying about you and getting you all pissed off again. And I finally had to just tell people, I don't care. I don't want to know. I don't need to know. I don't need to hear about it every time some fucking halfwit has my name in their mouth. So you might have to ask people just to stop telling you shit. And if they won't, you have to consider their motivations. If they're doing it because they have your back, that's one thing. But if you ask them to stop and they keep doing it, then they just like to see you pissed off and it benefits them in some way. Maybe they want a white knight for you. They don't really care about you, but either way. Oh, shit, dead twist. If you think I've helped your sanity, that would be why you're so fucked up. There's other websites that you can post videos to. Yeah. But if we would all get on the same page and everybody just stop talking about them, like that's the only power they have is getting people pissed off. That's what sociopaths do. That's it. And if we all just stop giving it to them, they don't matter anymore. So basically, you're saying you want every single one of us to message you every time someone, oh, Danielle, I'm going to do something to you, something bad. I mean, if that's just if you enjoy getting pissed off and talked about by really scummy people, then by all means continue on. But if other people don't want to be a part of it, you don't you don't have to tell them everything that's being said. Oh, we don't leave behind witnesses, Danielle. You know this by now. Oh, I know two ladies that are in for some punishment. Make that three. I would really like to. I mean, I was going back. When did I start? I think I started my like I was completely. If you guys can believe this, I was completely against having any kind of social media until I got involved in this stuff. So I didn't have an Instagram or anything until actually it was Tikoi that talked me into it, but until like 2020, and now look. But if something was dug up that was credible, should something be said? Yes. Actually, you've been blocked. Yes. Yeah. If you have something new that's you know like I don't care if somebody didn't pay their credit card bill in 2019 or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you find something that you have actual proof of and it's nasty enough, by all means expose it. I'm not saying don't expose their the shit that they do. I'm not saying don't expose them. I'm saying when they're attacking people, just pay them no never mind. And I'm not even saying don't restream people that restream others. I'm just saying that when they're attacking people just because they can and it makes them feel good, just stop feeding into it. Danielle, if you'll go into the woods with me, I promise you we will both walk out. It's just that one of us won't be walking as easily as when she walked in. No cardio, but like if you find like a police report, or news articles or whatever, then by all means, I'm not saying don't expose them for what they are. I'm just saying stop feeding into the hate, because of my sciatica. Yeah, yeah, that's it, really. But anyway, where was I? Oh, what's up, FCC? Yes, this is definitely a code. All of my streams are cocaine streams. But anyway, I was looking at all the people that are gone now, because of the bullshit. And I think it was either 2019 or 2020 when I started my Instagram. But I was looking for a conversation that I remembered from like 3 years ago. So I was scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, looking for that person. And like, there's just tons of really cool people that just aren't around anymore. And I'd like to start bringing them back. They won't while stuff like this. But if we can kind of get people to realize that what they have on that side is not us, and we don't have to associate with them. We don't have to have anything to do with them. If we can get if we can get our live streams back to the way they used to be, people will start coming back. But it's just people seem to have like a mentality where they have to watch everybody, and you don't. Well, community remix, I can probably tell you why people have you blocked. It's because you're kind of an asshole. I don't think you need any more explanation than that. Hell yeah, ditch Mitch, ditch 90, ditch 70. That's a good start. Probably nobody's scared of you. Sometimes people just get really annoying. Unblock. I don't think Vic's blocked on FCCs. I'm pretty sure I've seen him in there, but maybe not. Maybe not. Why would somebody be worried about having a toe stuck in their butt? Fuck. I paid for it. Yeah, we are all assholes, and I'll be the first to admit that I'm an asshole. But there are different types of assholes, though. Some assholes are just really fucking annoying. I think it's hilarious. Like there is nobody behind a fucking screen has the ability to really trigger me. And so like I'll ban somebody just because they're fucking annoying. Like, oh, you were triggered. You were no, you're just annoying. Isn't a virtual world a battle of the wits? Sometimes, yeah. I mean, it's like the art of debating. You can successfully debate a shitty argument just if you know how to debate. Even if you're not technically right, if you know how to speak and the other person's not so good at it, you can defend a really dumb argument. Battle of the tits. I like where you're going with that. There's nothing more titillating than two sets of angry tits going at each other. Okay, here's another reason that somebody's putting out there that you probably can't see Community Remix, and they are saying they have you blocked because you can never understand her spelling nor her point. What's up, Susan? Why did Rex block Mandingo? Oh, we have a mystery in our hands. Yeah, Jen A, I know about Community Remix. I think you can correct me if I'm wrong, Remix. Um, but I think Community Remix was blocked on my old channel. And some people that were blocked on the old one got immediately blocked on this one too. But some of them I let slide. I know there are a few that I personally find funny and not as annoying as others that were blocked on the old channel, but aren't blocked on this one yet. And I say yet. Oh shit. Ah, I'm not going to name you, but I can see a little preview of the picture you sent me a little while ago, and damn, if that's really you, I'm impressed. Problem is, I have ladies here that send me pictures of themselves that I know aren't. But I've also been wrong. Like, oh, that ain't you, and then they proved that it was, and oh shit. Oh, wait, who passed? Well, Mandingo passed. We buried him like 6 months ago. But if Chuck Norris passed, we are going to be in a lot of trouble because when his balls decay, the only thing keeping the Earth rotated on its axis is Chuck Norris's balls. And yeah, we're going to be in some trouble. Yes, Miss Jenny, I know that that was all you. Like all, I'm not sure how you can. That's probably why you have back problems, having to carry all that stuff around up front. Yeah, Miss Miss Danielle knows. But sometimes, and you know, at first you never really know if it's them or not. But if they volunteer to go weird, I don't. I'm not like we got a video chat, you know, because I don't know, it's weird. But like if they offer to, and I find out I'm wrong, then I'll eat my words. Link should be pinned if anybody wants to come up and bullshit. I know I've said that about 10 times, but and I am enjoying chatting with the chat. Cleavage hygiene therapist. I like that. I like where you're going with that. I don't ask for pictures. I don't ask for other than when I'm up here saying, you know, send me your boot, whatever. Um, like in DMs or whatever, I don't really ask for pictures. If anybody can say otherwise, you're welcome to it. But um, they're usually volunteered. I've actually gotten quite a few by saying stuff live, and the next thing I know, well, just like right now, they pop up in my inbox. And then sometimes drunk men will also send me their titty pictures. Shit. What did Jen A ask? Do guys get back problems that have big nuts? I don't know. I have massive back problems, but I don't know if it's from the big nuts. I can tell you it affects how we sit. You know, I've seen women complain about how guys sit with their legs wide open. Like, well, the next time you sit on your nuts or smash them between your legs, you tell me how it feels. I like Gen A Uncensored. If y'all weren't around a couple of years ago, I had a BDSM stream, and Gen A came up here, and we talked about the BDSM lifestyle for like 2 hours. She's the real deal. I don't think we corrupted Gen A. I think Gen A is the real deal from all the way back when. Big dick problems. Yeah, it's a bitch, ain't it? Voicemail, please. I hate reading. Four broken discs in your back. Oh man. When I fucked my spine up, I found out that I had other. I didn't even know I was like I never had back problems, and but when I fucked my spine up, they said, "Oh, you got degenerative disc disease and blah blah blah." And I never knew I had it. I feel it now, and living in pain sucks. It really does. I know what that's like too. Yeah, community remix. Every once in a great, and I mean great while, community remix does say something intelligent. When I was, I don't know, like 30, I was having, I had sciatica, and I used to carry. I mean, I still carry it. I just don't carry it in my back pocket anymore. But a big biker wallet with the chain drive on it, and I'm sitting there, and the doctor comes in, and I always like stand up to greet people and shake their hands or whatever. But he's like, no, 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 don't get up, don't get up. And he said, well, tell me what's the problem? Says you have back pain, blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, man, my left leg, it like from the thigh all the way up to half, it fucking hurts like hell, and I can't stand up without holding on to something. He looked down and he said, stop carrying your wallet in your back pocket. And he walked out of the room. That was it. So from that day forward, I stopped carrying my wallet in my back pocket, and sciatica went away. Every once in a great while, I'll have it, but not that much. Yeah, I'm trying to find a doctor that will just remove all of my flesh because it's weak and replace it with steel because it's strong. I probably wouldn't be very cuddly after that, though. Gaba, yeah, they tried me on a gabapentin. It didn't do a damn thing for me. And then when Lyrica came out, I take Lyrica to this day. I know it's not good for you, but it helps with the nerve pain and the pins and needles and all that kind of. It does it that helps some, but gabapentin just never did it. I still got a big freaking bottle of it somewhere. I guess people get high off of Lyrica, but I take a fairly high dose, and believe me, I've taken a few extras to try to get high. No, I don't get anything like that off of it. Yeah, I hear people do have pretty bad withdrawals from it, but I don't have that problem. I don't know. I'm just built different, I guess. Yeah, Gen A, I have a TENS unit, and it did help for it kind of helped for a while. Um, but after about 6 months, it kind of became worthless, and the only thing it's good for now is putting it on a chick's nipples. Seems to liven them right up, and that's not even a joke. Yeah, that's what people say is that Lyrica gives them like an alcohol high, but I don't know. I've tried, and it just doesn't do anything like that to me. Yeah, brain fog. Yeah, I've heard people. Well, that's the thing is like my brain is already so fucked up that if I have brain fog, I probably can't tell. FCC, it wasn't the gabapentin. You probably got a hold of something. It's called gabapentin. You might want to check the spelling. Like there are certain things that just don't. I got a hold of some uh, Focus Bill Norcos the other day, and I don't know. You got to be careful how much of that stuff you take because you can fuck up your liver with all the Tylenol that's in it. I don't know. I took a bunch and it just, I don't know. I just can't get anything off of it anymore. Squirrel, absolutely. Yep. Your dog takes gabapentin, really? Well, little fucker has a. We haven't been giving him to him recently, but little fucker had a prescription for oh man, what do they call it? Ultraset, Ultram? I fuck, what is that shit called? It's something like that, but anyway, it's the same thing they give humans, but we had to cut them down into little pieces and give to him. Get 7.5s. I don't get them by prescription anymore, Gen A, but like the first 2 years they had me on narcotic pain pills. I took Vicodin. And I know they started me out on 5/500, and I ended up on I think 10/500, or no, 10/1,000. I'm sorry. But they were giving me like six a day, which I wasn't taking that many, but I kept telling them that I was, so that they keep giving them to me. Yeah, I had this big fucking stockpile. Um, but I went to a different doctor, and they said all that Tylenol is gonna fuck up your liver, so we're gonna put you on something called OxyContin. I was on Vicodin for 2 years, never got hooked on it, but that one Tramadol. Thank you, Shauna. That's what it was. That's what little fucker gets. Um, so yeah, I don't actually get it by prescription anymore because I get other stuff. And the doctors, I'm like, well, at that time, I mean, OxyContin had been out for a while, but the doctors were all saying, oh, it's not as addictive as Percocet, even though it's the same fucking narcotic. And I questioned him. I'm like, hey, I know a lot of people that are strung out on Percocets. I said, I'm not having any kind of issue like that with the Vicodin. Um, but I know a lot of people strung out on those and Percocets. I'm like, how is this not as addictive as a Percocet when it actually has more of the narcotic in it? Well, it's time released, and this is what the study. And like, I knew in the back of my mind, I knew that it was gonna fuck me over somehow, and it did. And at that time, they were just handing them. They would give you a free Pez dispenser with the prescription of oxys at that time. And then I had a doctor, and I wasn't doing it on purpose, but I had a doctor that if I didn't say, "Oh, these are doing great, they're awesome," or whatever, you know what I mean? He would up the dosage, and so I started out on. At that time, they made them in 20s, 40s, 80s, and at the time that was it. But then they started making them also in 30s and 50s, uh, and whatever else. They had 160s out for a very brief amount of time, but too many people were overdosing on one pill. Um, but yeah, if I didn't say, yeah, it's great, it's working fine, that doctor would up my prescription. And there was a couple times where I didn't even know he upped it until I went to the pharmacy and picked him up. I'm like, all right, bonus, man. I got strong, bigger ones I thought it was by accident, but nope. They he would just up the prescription and rock. Yeah, I see. And at that time, they were giving you the like one of my prescriptions I was getting 60 milligrams of oxys 3 times a day is what I was supposed to be taking. Um, and then they would also give you like 15 or 30 milligram Roxys for breakthrough pain, or Vicodin. Like they would switch it up all the time, like it's gonna fucking matter. And plus I would be getting Xanax or Klonopin or whatever on top of all that. Now, at least in Indiana, you can't get narcotic pain pills and benzos at the same time anymore. So yeah, I got fucking strung out. I mean, this was over a period of years. But at some point I lost control. Next thing you know, I'm fucking buying people's entire prescriptions off the street. I don't take oxys anymore, but yeah, Danielle, and they should have been. Bill, dot, dot, dot. Okay, I can tell if this is going to be a good one. So we probably already know there allegedly was a time big pharma and big government was battling with laws and street Afghanistan imports versus big pharma. People died. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. And it did happen. I mean, I was a high functioning addict for a long time. Like I still had a job, and I always had I almost always had more than one job at a time. So I was a high functioning addict for a long time, and eventually like at the height of it, and I still take morphine, but I can control the morphine most of the time. But I lost control in that, and I controlled Vicodin for 2 years, but that oxy, man, there's something about it that, and they knew it. And part of my problem was, like I was saying earlier, like when they were giving me 6 Vicodin a day, I was only taking like 3 or sometimes 4, and then I didn't sell them or anything. I just kept stockpiling, so that if something happened, I'd have a whole bunch. And I was doing at first, I was doing the same thing with the oxys. Like the whole time they really, when I was only, but turns out to be a lot. When my pills were 20 milligrams, I was still only taking 2 a day instead of the 3. And then after I got up into the 40 milligram range, I started taking, the third one a day that I had the prescription for. Well, it didn't take very long, and next thing I know, I'm taking 5. But I'm thinking I'm all right because I got this big fucking stockpile of pills. But once I started losing control, that stockpile that should have lasted like a year and a half lasted about 4 months. And next thing I know, I'm buying people's whole prescriptions off of them every month. So I mean, it ticked its way up, but by the height of my oxy thing, I was on like 12. I don't know. I guess I've been on them for about 10 or 12 years before the bottom really fell out, and I just lost all control. But I was taking 1,000 milligrams of oxys a day, plus whatever, Roxy's or Vicodin or whatever else, and then the Xanax and Klonopin and Halcyon. And for a while, they were giving me Xanax and Halcyon at the same time, all from the same doctor. And then it got to be, okay, what can I con the doctor out of this month? And I never did the doctor shopping thing because that was too easy to get caught. But back then, I mean, all the pharmacies are connected now. So if you go to Walgreens, they can see what you got at CVS. But I luckily they didn't call the cops on me, but I got caught because what I was doing was I was taking my prescription to one pharmacy and getting it filled. And at that time, you could get your next prescription like 3 days early. So I started doing that, but that wasn't enough. So what I was doing was go to my usual pharmacy, get my prescription filled 1 month, and the insurance would pay for it. And then the next month, I would go to my doctor's appointment really early with some bullshit excuse. The doctor like, well, you won't be able to get these anyway, so whatever. And that was when they gave you paper prescriptions. And like people would like write, I got a whole other story from when I was a bail bondsman about people doing that and getting caught. But um, so I'd go to my regular pharmacy and the insurance would pay for that prescription. The next month I'd go in like 10 days early, but I would go to a different pharmacy and pay cash for them. So every other month at each pharmacy, it looked like I was getting my prescription late. Well, one day I went in to get my prescription filled, and the girl said, "These are too soon. I can't give them to you." And I'm thinking, "Oh fuck, I went to the wrong pharmacy." I'm like, "Oh no." And then she pulled me aside and she's like, "Hey, I see what you're doing. I'm not going to say anything. You just take your prescription and come back when it's ready to be filled." So that was the end of that. And then I started buying them off the street, and that was expensive. So like I never had any trouble with the actual transactions, but I would find out where the people I was getting them from were getting them from, and I would circumvent them and go straight to the source and be like, "Hey, I will buy your entire prescription off of you every month. You only have to deal with me. And everybody thought I was selling them, but I wasn't. And so when people realized that I was buying like the whole supply in the area, they didn't appreciate that, and I had some problems because of that. But as far as the actual dealing goes, I didn't have any issues, none to speak of anyway. Oh, yeah, I used to get Furacet for migraines. Used to take maybe it's the same thing, Firanol with codeine. Was it Firanol? I don't know. Whatever I was taking, it had an upper in it, it had a downer in it, and then a painkiller. So it was good for about anything. I didn't have I took the shit out of benzos, but I never got hooked on those. I mean, not having them when I couldn't get them anymore sucked, but I never had withdrawals from it or anything. And I'd be like, man, I really wish I had some, but I wasn't I wasn't jonesing for them, like the pain pills. And then when they pass laws to say, okay, we can't give you that much anymore, and then the supply starts drying up, like you were just out there hanging with no help. And then a bunch of people. I was lucky I didn't turn to heroin, but I could have very easily. I just kind of there was a line that I decided I wasn't ever going to cross, and man, I really thought about it a lot though, so I get it. And like I the place I worked at, the factory I worked at, um, everybody out there was on Vicodin from getting hurt out there. That's how I got hurt. And then when they started to straighten up, when they started to tighten up, people getting that, like you were just cut off, with no help. And there were, I would hear about dudes that I used to work with. People, oh, so and so died. I'm like, what the fuck? He was only like 35. What happened? Heroin overdose. And these are people that you would never in a million years would ever have thought would touch that shit, but they did. And yeah, yeah, I know, Danielle. I say that, and I've overdosed uh, a few times, but I kind of knew I was going to. I'm not saying I was doing it on purpose. I'm just saying that. But I had prescriptions for opioids and benzo, and I'm not saying anybody should ever do it. Um, and as long as I took it within the guidelines, I was okay. 180 milligram. Yeah, I remember those days, Gen A. I think the most they gave me was 90. But yeah, I knew people that like their whole life revolved around Xanax. Dusty, in this situation, in this kind of thing, uh, being boring is the way to be. I don't advise anybody to do what I do or what I've done. I mean, I'm talking about it like it's nothing, and it really isn't. But I mean, waking up in a hospital, not knowing how you got there, and you can't talk because you got a tube down your throat. Then you see your your dad looking at you with tears in his eyes, and I've only seen my dad cry like maybe 3 times in my life, and that was one of them. But I ended up, uh, like it happened more than once, but I ended up taking all of my emergency contacts off of at the hospital. You know, you have your emergency contacts they have on file. Um, I had everybody taken off of it. I had nobody, so that because I knew it was going to happen again, and so there was a few times where like they don't know, they still don't know. They asked me, you know, they I wouldn't be answering my phone, so they'd go to my house, and of course I wouldn't be there. I would just tell them that I went out to the woods for a few days, which is totally believable because I do that. You know, I'll just leave my phone on the coffee table, go to the woods for 3 or 4 days, and you know, the little blue football shaped pills. Those are 1 milligram Xanax. I mean, they make there are other little football shaped blue pills, and then there's a blue pill that'll get your pecker hard. You fell through the ceiling well on them. Well, that'll do it. Um, benzos make you sloppy. There's no doubt about that. I didn't have a. I don't. Xanax didn't really affect my memory. This freaking Ambien does. You guys, you guys know that Ambien will make you go live but not remember it. Yeah, I like addicts and former addicts do kind of gravitate. That's like if you're strung out on something, if you're in a shopping like especially when I was taking the oxys real heavy, like I could be like in a mall or someplace with a lot of people and just look out across the crowd and be able to pick out who else was on oxys. And there was a couple of times where something I would do is when I was trying to cut down or quit, and it never worked. I don't know why I kept trying it, but like say if I was ordinarily taking 6 a day, I would only bring 4 with me so that I was trying to make myself stretch it out. It never worked. Um, but I could look out through a crowd of total strangers and be like, that motherfucker right there's got Xanax, got not Xanax. Um, that dude's got oxys. I can tell. And I would just walk up to people and be like, "Hey, dude," and like they would be. That's a couple times I almost got my ass kicked, but I still turned out to be right. Um, but yeah, sometimes people would just hand you one. 1 second, y'all. I'll be right back. I am just like Pavlov's dog. All this drug talk's got my nose running. 6'4", 280. Well, consider yourself lucky though, Dusty. I know being in pain sucks real bad, but you really did dodge a bullet. They say that body weight with opiates, they say that body weight doesn't really have that much to do with it because it works on your brain, and everybody's brain is about like we all have the same number of synapses, and they're all about the same size. So at least with things, at least with opioids, your body weight doesn't really have a whole lot to do with it. But some people, it just doesn't help. You know, they're well, like I can get some relief from Xanax or Klonopin, but uh, even high doses of Valium don't like just doesn't affect me, even though they're all benzos. Yeah, I never really had a problem with constipation, but it does do that to most people. Yeah, y'all hit my cash app so I can get some different drugs. I'm not happy with the ones I have. Yeah, Jenny, I've been fighting off the yawn. Yeah, I know people do crush and snort Norco, but there's very little narcotic in all that powder. It's mostly Tylenol and fillers. Like if you only have, if it's like well, I mean, they only make them to 325 now, but still, there's 5 milligrams of the actual narcotic in there and 325 milligrams of Tylenol, plus the binders and fillers. It just, to me, it seems like it clog your nose up full of useless crap before you. I don't know. People do it. I never did it because um, I did do cold water extractions to separate the narcotic from the Tylenol when I was taking high levels of it. Um, but crushing those up, man, it like there's a lot more material though there than what it looks like when it's all. I don't know. I never tried snorting it. I snorted oxys back when they before they changed the formula. That was my throughout the day. I mostly just took them, in pill form. But I started getting up like 20 minutes earlier than I had to for work because I had a whole ritual. You sit and you peel the coating. I hope I'm not giving away too many. Don't ever do this, people. Don't listen to me. um, but I had this whole ritual: take a razor blade and nice and steady, and peel the coating off in just the right way, and then crush the pill between a couple of spoons, and then chop it all out and snort it up. And that was my before work routine. And keep in mind, I was a steel worker then. Um, a while back, I posted this. It's like the only video I have from that place, but I posted a video where I'm driving a giant ass forklift with a 52,000 pound capacity, and so I was driving that thing as part of my job. And like something knew that I was on these narcotics. You have to report that stuff, and they would still put me in that freaking forklift. I'm like, well, no, not everybody can drive it, and there's no you blah blah. I'm like, you're a good driver. We trust you. I'm like, you people. I mean, I wasn't. at work, I wasn't taking pills to the point where I felt like I was intoxicated, but I had to take them to be right, to be normal, but still, like, there's just a lot of things that can go wrong. And luckily, I never hurt anybody. I mean, they would have been in a lot of legal trouble had somebody gotten hurt. And actually, I don't know, like 6 years after I left that place, somebody doing my job killed a guy that I used to work with. And I didn't hear the details, but I already know that fucker. He would walk up in your blind spot, and people think you can see 360 degrees, which is, you can't. It's not possible. You can't be watching every direction all the time, and then you got the mast in your way and the roll cage and blah blah blah. But he would just walk up behind you while you're doing shit, and I screamed at that motherfucker. I don't know how many times. Oh, I trust you. You're a good driver. I'm like, motherfucker. Yeah. So that dude ended up getting killed, and I just know that's exactly what he was doing. At a certain point, you stop getting high and you just take pills in order to not be sick. Yeah, exactly, Matt. That's exactly what happens. And then, like, you can try to get high, so you end up taking a whole bunch of them, and that just jacks your tolerance up even more. And it's just a cycle. That, like, you don't really get a buzz. You have to go straight from feeling relatively normal straight to passing out. It leads you to trying different things. And it's just not cool. And I know you guys will find it hard to believe, but like when people that have actually known me my whole life, when they found out I was an addict, like they were shocked. They couldn't believe it because I was always pretty, for the most part, anti-drug. Like I didn't ride people if they were doing whatever, unless it was somebody I really cared about. But I disappointed a lot of people. I disappointed myself. But I just got to the point where I quit giving a fuck. Yeah, that's the thing though, Dusty, is oh, Trank. As soon as they start to be able to help with one problem with drugs, something a new kind of drug comes out and just completely negates all of it. You had the opioid, or still have the opioid epidemic. So then they start coming out with Subutex and things to help people get off of them. And now there's Narcan. So if somebody's overdosing, you can actually save them. They come out with that stuff, and now boom, they've got drugs that are twice as bad. It's hard to fathom, but oh, and yeah, if we're talking about drugs, hey, Shauna, what's up? Squirrel. But yeah, it's just now they've got Trank and whatever else, and it's like starting over from square one. All of them NTF, all of them. Yeah, that's another issue. Is now when you go end up in the hospital, it don't matter if you got a broken leg. They don't want to help. They don't want to treat pain now because they've had so many people. try to, scam them for drugs. Now they treat everybody like they are. Oh, dude, Kensington is nasty. I've only actually been there one time, but and I couldn't imagine it being any worse than the one day I was there. But I saw a video a while back. These motherfuckers, these drugs they have now, these fuckers don't have the common courtesy to fall all the way down when they pass out. They like bend in half, like their legs are still standing straight up. They're just passed out. And but I had a hard like I if you would have told me Kensington is like twice as bad now, I would have been like, how can it be any worse? Well, I saw a video a while back, and yeah, it's worse. Yeah. My favorite kind of weed is cocaine. I stole that from Theo Vaughn. That's the thing. See, weed doesn't do anything for me. Like it either does nothing for me at all, or it makes me feel ways that I don't ever want to feel again. I believe me, I wish that weed helped me in some way, but it's got to be better than the stuff that the pharmaceutical companies are giving me now. Well, you better keep your doors locked going through there, Dusty. They do not care. That that happened to one of my baby mamas, Shauna. She had cysts on her ovaries, and yeah, like she had a lot of really bad female problems. Like I said, I was only in Kensington for a day, and that was because we had a bail skip. That's where he ran to. I mean, it's where he was from, but the bondsman that wrote that bond was stupid for writing it because it was pretty much assured that he wasn't going to come back to Indiana to go to court. But I got paid well to do it, so I went and got him. Luckily, I caught him in like I don't know. We were there like for like 4 hours. Robbie should be kept in a cage at all times. But I mean, yeah, Kensington was a just a whole different world than I'm used to. Like, I'm not the kind of redneck that uh, goes to Chicago and can't function. So I mean, there's not much that really gets to me, but Kensington was a whole other world, man. I was hoping I wanted to go into Philly and see historical stuff, but there was just no time. Oh, Perk 1000s. Yep. I would like to be able to get all of some Perk 1000s, even though I've sworn off of oxycodone. I mean, 1,000 milligrams of Perks a day was, I mean, I took other things on top of it, but as far as oxys go, I mean, but I never tried taking. No, that's not true. Um, if I had my mind about me, I would never take 1,000 milligrams all at the same fucking time. I might have done it one of my overdose trips, but I don't really know how much I took. Get popped in your bean. What in the hell did I miss? I saw a girl get kicked in the crotch one time, and it dropped her as bad as when a guy gets kicked in the nuts. Oh, I thought you meant something else that is referred to as it being my mistake. I mean, it's a pretty sensitive area. That's why, fellas, you got to be careful. Don't treat that bean like it's a scratch off ticket. They don't like that. Well, yeah, that's all we talk about here, Shauna, is drugs and naughty stuff. I'm not complaining. It is Saturday, man. When I did the sunrise stream, I was thinking it was Friday for some reason. So it kind of, I don't really care what day it is because it doesn't really matter to me. I'm not into time, unless I got something I know I got to do. The week just kind of flew by. Yep, Shauna. Happy Mom's Day to all the mommies out there. And earlier in the stream, I offered, and I know it's sounds like it's going to be a big drain on me, but I don't mind because y'all have given me so much. But I am offering free breast exams to all of the MILFs out there for this Mother's Day. All you have to do is send me pictures of the left and the right and then both of them together. And from there, I will determine if an in-person exam is necessary. Yeah, I'm 100%. I mean it, Shauna. I will do it. It's just my way of giving back. No strings attached. Yes, you definitely should make sure that you include the nipples in your pictures because I want to be thorough about it. Yes, NTF, I could actually use another naughty assistant. My other naughty assistant retired, so yeah, I could use an assistant for this. Definitely a female assistant because I want everybody to be relaxed. All right, last call if anybody wants to jump up here. We need to get our live streams back to what they used to be instead of the drama filled bullshit that they've become. Robbie is gay. Aha! I see now we have it from a credible source. Yes, men can actually get breast cancer. It's just it's just not as tragic. Oh, well, yeah, I definitely will have to feel for lumps. My son's baby mama had well, when we first got together they were 38 double D's, and then after she got pregnant with my son, they turned into like 44 double D's. And I was, you know, to this day I don't know what her face looked like, and we were together for 15 years, but she had dense breasts and like it felt like there were lumps in there all the time. So she had to go um, instead of going once a year for a mammogram, she had to go twice a year. As far as I know, there was no other problems, at least not yet. And I hope there never is because she's a good woman. So I mean, I am speaking from experience. I'm not just some yahoo pervert out here offering to feel women's breasts unqualified. I think I might have offended some. I mean, usually I offend people. I don't really care where I offend people on purpose, but I, I think the last time I went live at night, well, like there were a bunch of new people in here, which I appreciate. I like new faces in here, um, but it just seemed like they all came at once. I don't know if somebody sent them here or what, but um, I think the way I read off their names, a couple of them I was a little suspicious because I didn't know who the hell they were, and I think the way I said it, like they might have felt like I didn't want them here. That's not the case. So if you know any of these people, I mean, by all means, tell them I'm an asshole because I am. But I don't want them to feel like they weren't wanted here. It was just because you know how it is when a new name comes in. 9 times out of 10, it's a troll that's not supposed to be here, and so I'm always suspicious of people. I would not do. I will not do chemo. Fuck that. I won't do it. Hey, I put boobs in vices. I mean, if they're into it, why not? No, I actually wasn't talking about Dr. Jeff. Dr. Jeff came up here to prove he wasn't Ed. So I do give Dr. Jeff a certain amount of respect for that. And also, oh man, shit, what's the name of his YouTube channel? His other channel. I was familiar with that, and he came in on that account, which we verified was him. So yeah, Dr. Jeff was banned from my old channel. I didn't ban him this time, but I'm gonna kind of give him a break for now, as long as he's not being a dick. I don't, Jen A, I don't think we have an actual link made up for my Cash App, but it's oh man, how do I do this? Star comment? Oh, I don't know. It's not letting me put it up there, but community cardio just dropped it. Hey, what's up, White Claw? Panels of Our Lives, thank you. Um, they were always very critical of that. Panels of Our Lives has been around since. Thank you, Danielle. I might actually be nice to you later on. Um, why isn't it letting me? Oh, is this it? StreamYard has. There it goes. StreamYard has changed things around. I don't know how to operate it anymore. But yeah, it's $ BFKNP. Um, but anyway, Panels of Our Lives was always very critical of that and me. So it's Dr. Jeff is not Ed. And who else did they say was Ed this time? American Smoker is not Ed. American Smoker completely doxed himself to me. I don't know, like a year ago, maybe not quite that long, to prove that he wasn't yet another person. And then Sabby tried to pretend like she knows who American Smoker is, but she referred to him as a her. So I know she's full of shit yet again. So yeah, I know what American Smoker looks like. I know what they do for like I just Yeah, Savvy is a fucking loser, no doubt. Savvy said she leaves the toilet smelling. Well, that's a sign of love, actually, for a sociopath. Anthony Couture. Oh shit. Those are actual fighting words. Did I get to? No, I don't watch Hoax Wars. I'm not sub to Hoax Wars, so no, I did not see it. And it don't matter. Sabby's been exposed a million times already. Like it's not going to change anything. But no, I do not watch Hoax Wars. Sabby doesn't believe in love, only using people. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Uh, one of the times when Ray called me, he was like he was bragging about how he put Sabby and Locke together, and I'm like, dude, she's gonna use him up for everything he's got. And he's like, well, Locke don't have a whole lot of money, and no, there's nothing to use. I'm like, bullshit. She, I'm pretty convinced that she got with Locke because she saw him as a big deal in this community, and that kind of shit's all she cares about. So I think I'm being proven right as usual. Yeah, we can absolutely blame Ray for everything. All right, Shauna, take it easy. Bikers against Preds is gonna knock this guy out. Awesome. Oh, it's on locals. Okay, I didn't know that Bikers Against Pred was on locals. Facebook. Oh, that was a big surprise. Facebook was fucking over a catcher. Bikers Against Preds. They just started their YouTube channel not that long ago. I I remembered hearing him. It's been a couple of years, but I remember hearing him say one time that he didn't ever want to go on YouTube, but I guess now I know why, or I know why yeah, whatever. Pretend like I said that right. Well, Christy, after the crap that Savvy's done to you, I wouldn't blame you. We already know, like we already know that she's not what she tries to catfish people with. I mean, I know it when she went to visit Locke, and she was sitting right next to him, and he went live, and everybody's like, "Turn your camera on, turn your camera on." Now she had shown her supposedly her, which I think they were her, but like from probably 20 years ago or through filters, whatever. Um, but when he turned his camera on, she was sitting right next to him, and she like pretty much dove way back to stay off the camera. So that was my first big clue. But the thing is, though, when you have somebody that's kind of a lonely guy or whatever, you once somebody pays him, once a female pays him a little bit of attention, that's all she wrote. You are gonna lose that bet every day of the week. Can't wait to see PH. Oh shit, my son's a chomo. Happy Mother's Day. Yeah. It just kills me how at one time Savvy was running, and eventually I got in on it too once I found out what was going on. But you know, she was staying live pretty much 24 hours a day, and like I didn't really believe that's why she was doing it. I think she was using it as a like as an excuse. Really, I don't really think she cared about helping Christy. But we were all staying live pretty much 24/7, so that Christy would have, and this is not secret information. Um, we were staying live so that Christy would always have a place to go get herself on camera, so that her husband wouldn't beat the shit out of her. And then after they had a falling out, then all of a sudden, oh, her domestic abuse was all fake or whatever. I mean, I've never seen the pictures, and I don't need to. Uh, but she was like, "Oh yeah, Christy sent me the pictures of the bruises and all that stuff," and you know, backed everything up. And then the minute they have a falling out, she's like, "Oh, it was all fake. It never happened." What the fuck? And people don't seem to understand that domestic violence. I mean, it's easy for us to say, "Well, why don't you just leave him?" You know. And I've never been a victim of. Well, okay, other than my one girlfriend who tried to kill me twice, I've never been a victim of domestic violence. Uh, but I've seen enough women that have, and there's a whole there's a whole list of reasons why they can't just get out of it. Sometimes it's financial, sometimes it's just because they're scared. It's you know, not easy. And it goes both ways. Men can be victims of domestic violence too, and sometimes it's not always physical. I mean, we know how uh, we know how manipulative Sabby is, and we know how she treats people in general. Um, there's such a thing as psychological abuse and other things. It's not always getting shit beat out of you. It's funny. I think I've posted these at some point. Maybe not. Anyway, Nadia was like, "Well, I'm going to show my DMs with Bill," and she did. But I have two Instagram accounts. One of them she's banned from, but she only showed the messages from the one account. She didn't show the other account, and I forget which one it was now. But in one of them, she hit me up and she said, "Why are you telling people I'm about the drama?" And I'm like, because you are. You're on all the drama, and this is when she was still doing karaoke on her channel, and there'd only be like 12 people in there. But she realized that the drama channels get more attention, so she switched her focus. She's like, "Why are you telling people? I've got people telling me that you said I'm about the drama." And I said, "Yeah, it's probably the exact same people that are telling me that you're about the drama." And she was. She was up on all the drama. She just wasn't doing it on her channel at that point, but she was doing it on everybody else's. Holy cow! Thank you. Oh, I don't want to read your name. Thank you, Jen A. Jen A made good on her dono promise. I think I can't read the message, but I'll probably have to send her a dick pic or two later on. But thank you, Jen A. I do appreciate it. Bryden wanted PHI's bony pussy. Imagine getting sloppy fits from Ryan. Oh man, I can't. Uh, yeah, I've actually met PHI in person. Uh, yeah, that's just a hard no. Some guys will tap anything. But hey, if they take their teeth out for you, that's either a sign of love or professional. Why is it that these people want to replay anything involving Ed? Some channel has been restreaming Ed for like 3 days straight. Oh, really? Well, it's once they find somebody that's as bad or worse than them, they have to latch on to it to feel good about themselves or to make themselves look halfway. You know what I mean? It's kind of the theory of relativity. Well, I'm not sub savvy, so that's another sign of love if the guy will actually go and prepare the what's that stuff called that they soak their teeth in? If the guy will actually go and prepare it for them, that's another sign of love. Hey, thank you, Jenna. I appreciate you. I appreciate you using my account to figure it out on. You can do that all you want. Yeah, they must. I mean, seriously, they must like Ed an awful lot if they want to keep giving him that attention. And I'm not even being sarcastic. Like he's already been. I get it if you have to expose him to new people or whatever. I get that, but when you're preaching to the well, they're not really even the choir because I am convinced that most of them either are or want to be chomos of. I don't know. I don't know, really know how to properly explain it. Dollar sign Matt the morning after taking donations for cat prizes. So are you giving away cats or prizes for cats? I definitely don't need any more fucking cats. I will always keep it 370. Sometimes 370 and a half. Well, you know, Sugar Barrel, a laptop where you have a meth lab in a bag and it fits on your lap. What the hell are you looking at, Danielle? We got pred moths now. Wow. Yeah, one of the reasons Little Tard's name is Little Tard is because I mean she really is retarded. Like she, I don't know if y'all remember. Well, no, I didn't really put her on video very much then, but like she was a runt right out of the oven. Um, well, I guess that was a bad choice of words, but like she was born really tiny and really stupid, and I was just gonna flush her down the toilet, but my mom wanted to save her, so we brought her in the house, and like she kept getting sick, and we'd bring her in the house, and mom would feed her with a freaking eyedropper and stuff. I'm like, Mom, just let me pop her head off like a dandelion. It'll be over quick. No, 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 we'll save her. It's like Jesus Christ. But anyway, like Little Tard, it really is retarded. But one of the reasons I gave her that name is because she would repeatedly chase moths off the porch or off the deck and just tumble all, which was hilarious, actually. Well, Jen A, when you're making out that will, uh, my name is spelled Willia. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not really kidding, but you know. Oh, I see. Um, oh, Danielle wants to see my penis. No problem. I got you. Danielle is you. I knew it. I knew it. You do. You must have a really good voice changer, Rob, because you sound nothing like yourself when you're on your Danielle number. Just got some top from this stripper bitch. She from Kankakee, Illinois. I'm very familiar with Kankakee, Illinois. I'm also very familiar with strippers. I haven't been to a strip club in a really long time though. I guess I'm about due, huh? You spend way too much money at those damn things. Like $1 at a time. You'd be surprised at how fast a couple $100 worth of ones goes. I mean, they go really quick. And then the drinks. I don't even know. I, I probably haven't been to a strip joint in, I don't know, 10 years. And I don't know what they cost now, but back then, like the cheapest drink was $12. And then, of course, the strippers were always, buy me a drink, will you buy me a double? They're only $20. It's like, yes, uh, you can't think when you have titties in your face. So you just kind of agree with everything. I will give you a pro tip though. The first thing you do when you go to a strip club is tip the bouncers. It's like at the end of the night, at least the places I've been to, at the end of the night, they're like, hey, uh, the bouncers need tips too, but by then you're out of money. But I found out that if you tip the bouncers as soon as you go in there, you don't even have to tip them like $5 a piece. You don't have to tip that much, but if some shit breaks out, they'll remember that, and they're more they are more likely to have your back. Even if you're being the asshole. Oh, that was your Cash App cherry, Jenny? Wow, that is awesome. I'll definitely be writing this one down in the scrapbook. But yeah, if you tip the bouncers right away, if something happens later on, they'll remember it. And that I don't mean like that doesn't mean you can get handsy with the girls if they aren't down with it. Some places have a no touch rule. Other places don't care. But I'm saying if you get into a scuffle with some other drunk asshole, I mean, the bouncers are still gonna drag you outside and beat your ass, but they just won't beat it as hard. You might not get the full brunt of the steel-toed boots. Hell yeah, it's gonna be a deep notch. I'm proud of this one. And don't date strippers, fellas. Just don't. I've never seen that end well. Guy I went to high school with started his own trucking company. Like he didn't come from money, so he started his own trucking company from scratch and built it up. And then he married a stripper that he'd only known for like a week and gave her a job and like put her in charge of the office. And yeah, a couple of years later, he was filing for bankruptcy. And of course, she left him. I think I think it's not funny, but it's funny. You know, dude will be like, hey man, let's go to the strip club. I'm friends with these girls and blah blah blah. Friends with them, huh? Stop giving them $20 every 10 minutes and see how long they stick around after that. Don't worry, Lark Busters. You're not banned yet. You know this shit's gotten tough when you find yourself agreeing with some of what Lark Buster says. Some shit's just undeniable. Oopsies. Oh shit, did somebody nail him? I can't tell on StreamYard, you can't tell if somebody gets nuked. Don't ban him yet. Give him time to be an asshole. Then we'll ban him. Talking to kittens. The only kitten I talk to is you. TikTok. Yep. Ryan's gay daddy. That actually makes a lot of sense. Damn, another dono. Thank you very much. I don't know why y'all are donating tonight, but I appreciate it. I don't know who you are. I don't want to read your name. If you want to say in the chat who you are, that's cool, but I really don't want to dox somebody that just donated to me. Throw out your Cash App. Matt threw his out. You can throw out yours. Actually, I should have highlighted Matt's, but I forgot. Maybe I'll stay live long enough to get an entire 8 ball. I don't really need that much more. $370. 370. 370. Y'all are bastards. Oh, it's the same person keeps donating. Oh, okay. I don't know who you are though. All right, y'all. I just have no idea what to talk about anymore, so I think I'll have one more cigarette and then unless somebody jumps up here, I'll call it a night. Well, it actually is his. I've worked a little bit this week, but due to issues beyond my control, I haven't been able to work very much here lately. Yes, nudes are also okay. Let me back this up. Nudes, not from men, are also a welcome donation. Damn. Thank you, Sea Monkey Jeff. Working on getting me that 8 ball. Thanks, man. I didn't even know. I didn't see him in the chat. If you're in the chat, dude, I wasn't ignoring you, but you knew how to get my attention. Hey, what's up, Billy? It never fails. I talk about shutting it down and people start jumping in. You guys do this just to piss me off. I know it. Do I smoke Marlboro Reds? Yeah, I'm actually smoking Winston's right now, but yeah, I do smoke Marlboro Reds. You don't identify as a man. Well, I don't think anybody would accuse you of being a man, Robbie. Hey, there's nothing wrong with lurking on patrol live. What is that like? I don't really watch TV. Is that like cops or something? Or like live PD? It's like cops but live. Okay, so like live PD. I think live PD Didn't they get canceled because they accidentally shot one of their sound people or something? Holy cow, another one from Gen A. Gen A must have really, really liked losing her Cash App cherry to me. I must have done a really good job because she came back for more. Here's a little secret I don't usually tell people is women usually do come back for more until restraining orders start getting filed. A sound person was killed by officer before that. Oh, really? Okay. They got canceled because of the George Floyd stuff. Right on. Like I said, I don't really watch TV, but I catch things on YouTube sometimes. Reels picked them up, and I don't even know who Reels is. They were in they were in the county that I don't know why they came here because it's like a rural um, a couple counties south of us they were at quite a bit, um, Marion County, but they came up to the county that I live in a couple of times. I don't really know why because I don't know. I mean, we have our share of like drug crimes and stuff like that, and the occasional murder, but well, Danielle, how do I say this? I can put on a red suit and you can sit on my lap and then we'll figure out. Well, we'll just talk about the first thing that pops up. How about that? Breaking. I've never seen Breaking Benjamin in concert. I'm not like super into them. I like them, but you want a pony? Well, I can throw on the saddle and you could ride me around for a while. I don't know if I can help you out much there. How about a nice cat? We last night. Savvy was getting destroyed. They were talking about that in here earlier. TBS went up and showed the receipts. I don't watch Hoax Wars, so I didn't see it, but I heard it was pretty good. You know, if Jeff does anything against you, I'll help you any way I can. Jeff is offensive. Hey, thank you, Jenny. Jeff is offensive to pretty much the entire human race. He's just a dumb piece of shit. Post Malone. Oh man, I can't stand Post Malone. I don't mean him as a person. I just like his music. People like him kind of piss me off because if you see their video without any sound on, it looks like they're really jamming and rocking out. You're like, oh, this looks pretty cool. And then you turn on the volume and it's pussy shit. It's fucking like it's weak ass. Oh, don't even get me started on Post Malone. Like it's the kind of shit they play at gay house parties. Yeah, Christy, don't forget to shave your back. Otherwise, it's, you know, in the industry, it's what we call a faux pas. Yeah, get up here, FCC. I'm losing them. I'm losing this audience big time. I lost them an hour ago. I just don't want to admit it. Yeah, Jeff's another one whose brain's asleep. Well, I'm not necessarily saying there's anything wrong with a gay house party, whatever you're into. I'm just saying it's not for me. And we have another offer. Somebody offering to shave Christie's back. I think that's the sign of a true gentleman. The link should be pinned. He knows the code. How long have? Oh shit, we've been at it for 3 hours already. Time flies when you're getting paid. Damn, there's another donation. I don't. It's the same person, but I don't know who they are. I don't. I don't want to shout out their real name. If you want to message me, well, I mean, like, don't send me another. Like, just make it $1 or something, and I'll send it back to you if you want. But if you want, um, you can put your YouTube name in the little comment thing. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. Or if you want to say on here who you are, that'd be cool. But they've donated. They've sent like 5 donations tonight. I just would like to thank them. Yeah, we know how flexible Vic can be. Unfortunately, I listened to that whole story. I wanted to click away, but I just couldn't. You shave with your pants on. That's okay. I do too, actually. You can shave your forehead up by yourself. That is awesome. I'm proud of you. It's so hard though to like when you go to shave your forehead, like it's really hard sometimes to shave around the helmet. Then you get that line, you get that straight across line on your forehead because of the helmet. I don't know. To me, it's difficult. I could use some help. Yeah, yeah, dry shaving is a bitch. It's called a bowl cut. Oh, well, yeah, I guess you have a point. Tommy is doing gay emotes at Gatwick Airport, locking British Airways staff in suitcases as Ryan. You ought to write porn scripts, man. Like the stuff you come up with would make and would make excellent scripts for porn. I'm just saying. Putting people into suitcases and smoking crack at Aldi's and all kinds of stuff. Saw something the other day. The next time a cop says, "Hey, I know you," I'm not gonna bat an eye. I'm just gonna say, "Oh, you watch gay porn." Stormy Daniels. I haven't actually like I know who Stormy Daniels is because she sued Trump or whatever. Otherwise, I wouldn't know. But I haven't really watched porn since Jenna Jameson was the big deal. I decided that it's just not good. It's not a good thing to make a habit out of. And I tell you, younger fellows, a valuable lesson: get all your sex ideas from watching porn all the time. Unless you can find a girl that's into whatever freaky shit you're into, which really isn't always that hard, but you're going to be sorely disappointed when you get an actual female to play with because they aren't all into that freaky shit. And if you waste all your jizz alone, it'll get to be a habit. And then you won't ever go out and find a real female. And your life is really going to suck. And OnlyFans, that was designed to destroy dudes. I've never actually been on OnlyFans, but if you're paying $5 or whatever it is to see a girl's pussy, I don't know. And now they have AI girlfriends, which is gonna make even more guys beta males. That AI girlfriend, well, she can't bail you out of jail. She can't make you a sandwich. There's no substitute for real actual boobies to play with. Stay away from it. Can't stand to watch Tommy. I don't watch Tommy at all. I haven't been subscribed to a Tommy channel since his first one. All I see is like when he does something stupid and somebody clips it or whatever. That's about all I see of Tommy. Bill does. Man, I have to wait for the thing to move before I can read that. I'm sure it's going to be a good one, though. Dang it, I keep forgetting to post these. Savvy said that there's not a little thing on StreamYard that covers up the bottom comment. She said that we're stupid because that doesn't happen, but it's there. I just keep forgetting to post it. Bill does bail bonds, man, fans on the Weld County website. I would have given the opportunity. Thank you, General. All right, y'all. It doesn't appear that FCC is going to jump up here because he's a woman that way. That's right. Nightbots are people too. It sucks that all the females that used to attend my ladies' nights aren't around anymore. Most of them aren't around, but a couple of them I don't want up here anymore. So I'm gonna have to find some new girls that are willing to go on panels. Most of the females I talk to wouldn't be caught dead on a panel, and I don't blame them. Yeah, it's after midnight here too. I'm on Eastern time also. All right, Dusty, have a good one. Oh, I love junkyards. Tommy said today in 15 years he's buying land in the Philippines. I don't know about the Philippines, but most of those small countries like that have laws that, well, maybe his wife can do it since she's a Filipino, but most of those small countries like that have laws that, and some of them, uh, citizens can't own land. I don't know about the Philippines, but in some of them, you can't own land there if you're not born there. I don't. Again, I don't know about the Philippines, but that's like why you can't just move to Hawaii. Like you have to have a job, and otherwise Hawaii would be filled up with more losers than it already is. Yeah, happy Mother's Day again to all the moms, and do not forget. I know y'all. It's going to take a lot out of me, but I am doing those free breast exams for all of the MILFs, or even if you're not a MILF, even if you don't have kids, um, as long as you're between MILF age and death, we can work something out. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging with me. Oh, and definitely thanks for the drug money. Y'all stay naked. I mean, stay weird. We don't say stay naked anymore. Stay weird. I forgot how to shut this damn thing.